In this video, I'm gonna show you the top 5 center builds in NBA 2K24. And I know some people prefer more pure inside centers, and then some people rather have a center that can shoot the 3 consistently. But regardless of which one you prefer, I will make sure that I show you different styles of center builds that all can compete. Okay, on my builds, I always like to start with the physical, so we're gonna start here and we're gonna max out our speed and we're gonna max out our acceleration. These two categories aren't gonna go super high, but we wanna max them out as high as we possibly can get them on a center build, just because we're already gonna be a slow build. And with those two categories maxed out, we're gonna move on to our strength and max that out as well to an 84. And as you can see right now, we get brick wall silver, bulldozer silver, and movable enforcer all on silver before we upgrade anything else. Onto our vertical, we want to max that out high as possible. On center builds, I feel like vertical is very important when it comes to rebounding and block, so you always want to have that pretty high or as high as you can possibly get it. And since we only get it to a 71, we can max that out and not miss out on any other categories. Moving on to the stamina, we're gonna put that up to a 96. Self-explanatory, you want to have your stamina up there so you're not blinking going up and down the court. Moving on to the finishing, this isn't going to be a super overpowered build in the paint, but it's going to be pretty decent. You're going to be able to finish in the paint. You're not going to be going crazy, dunking on people, doing post moves like a pure post scorer, but you'll be able to hold your own. For our close shot, we're going to put that up to a 71. This right here unlocks fast twitch bronze, fearless finisher bronze, master bronze, pro touch even on gold, so it's pretty decent. Onto our driving layup and driving dunk, we're going to leave these two along. As a 7-3, we should not be doing this at all, especially on the 5s. We shouldn't be putting ourselves in this kind of situation to have to use these attributes, so we're going to leave those as they are on 36 and 56. And then our driving dunk, we're going to put that up to an 83. When we get to an 83, that unlocks fast twitch, rise up, air wizard, precision dunker, all of them go to silver. So the badges aren't super high, but they're pretty decent, and they allow us to do what we need to do, which is dunk the ball when we get wide open off a pick and roll. If we're sitting in the paint, get a dunk off, whatever it may be. Post control, like I said, we're not going to be doing any crazy post moves, so we're going to bump that up to a 75. I'm going to leave it there, and that 75 unlocks unpluckable on bronze, also with getting drop stepper on silver. Moving on to the shooting, this category is not going to be super important considering this is an inside center, but for right now, we're going to put our free throw up to a 72, and then we're going to leave everything as is and move on, and then we'll come back to this a little bit later. But for the most part, it's going to stay at about 47 and 32, just because we raise our free throw up, those go up as well, so we're going to leave that how it is. Onto the pass accuracy, we're going to put that up to an 86, and that 86 pass accuracy, we're able to lock break starter on goal, special delivery, and some other decent playmaking badges that we'll need, like needle threader and dimer. But that break starter right there, that allows you to get the ball off a rebound, hit your teammates down court, allow them to have good catches, and even get them boosts when you're stacking it with dimer. And we're able to unlock decent pass styles. So playmaking pass accuracy is going to be an 86. Ball handle is going to go up to a 49 because it goes up along with the pass accuracy, and we're not going to touch speed with ball. Onto the interior defense, we're going to bump that up to a 74. So this isn't super high, but you don't really need a high interior defense whenever you're getting stops in the paint. It doesn't really help at all anyway. So we're going to bump that up to a 74 and leave it right there. And then move on to our offensive rebound. And this right here, we're going to max out our offensive rebound. I'm starting to see a trend with all the top centers in the game and all the best centers in the game, and they're all using a high offensive rebound and then having their defensive rebound a little bit lower. I'm gonna leave mine at 84. As you can see, it's already 84, but when you upgrade this offensive rebound, you get all the badges you need. And if you think about it, whenever you're on defense, you should be in a position between your man and the ball to box out and get in position to rebound. But when you're on offense and you're getting boxed out, you want to have those crazy animations and that high offense rebound stacked with all these badges like box out beast, stacked with all these defensive badges, and you get rebound chaser on Hall of Fame with pogo stick and all these other badges. You want to have that high offensive rebound, and whenever you add that vertical into it, it allows you to get even better animations with getting rebounds on offense. So that's why we put that so high. Onto our block, we're going to put that up to an 87, and with that 87 block, we're able to get anchor on silver, which is more than enough to be able to, you know, put our hands up in the paint, wall up, and get some stops along with pogo stick and chase down on bronze. And for even more defense, we're going to max out our perimeter defense, and then we're going to move on to our steal and max that out as well. And we still have a little bit left to upgrade, and we can't upgrade anything else with speed with ball, so we're going to throw that on there, and we'll get a 26 speed with ball. And this right here is a very dominant inside center. If you're playing random Rick, if you have nobody to play with, if you just not want to play on center and you still don't know how to shoot the ball really well, you can get on this build. You can go dominate, you can get tons of rebounds, tons of assists, and just be a solid, you know, inside center. If you like this build, you think it's a good build, hit that like button. But now we're going to get into the next one. All right, for this next center build, we're going to be changing positions and heights. So the position you're going to want to go with power forward, and the height we're going to go with is 6'8", and this is more for my 2s and my 3s players. You can get away with this build in pro-am, but you probably wouldn't play it at the 5. You'd probably play it at the 4, but this is mainly for my people who are playing park, maybe rec, stage, something like that, preferably 2s or 3s. And then your weight, you're gonna go with 233 pounds with a wingspan of 7'6". Okay, starting with our physicals, and obviously this build's gonna be a lot faster than the last build. We're gonna max that speed out to an 81, so it's gonna be way faster. Our acceleration, we're gonna max it up to a 71, and then for the strength, we're gonna put this up to a 90. This right here is kind of debatable. You can mess with this a little bit if you want. You might not need to put your strength that high depending on how you play or what you're playing, but as you can see with that 90 strength, we're able to get bulldozer, we're able to get immovable unstoppable, and brick wall all on gold. For the vertical, this is another category that you can mess around with. I say that you should put this as high as possible, but you can go between 80 to 90. I might go with about like 85. I'm gonna go with about 85. This right here will be enough, but like I said, if you want, you can adjust up or down. I wouldn't go too crazy with it, and I wouldn't go too low. You gotta remember, you're a smaller center, so you wanna get those good animations. And then for your stamina, you wanna max that out as high as possible, which goes to a 98. Onto the finishing, you wanna start with our standing dunk. You wanna put that up to a 92. With that 92 standing dunk, we get precision dunker on gold, aerial wizard on Hall of Fame, fast twitch gold, and rise up all on gold. And then for everything else, we're gonna leave it as is. We're not gonna touch anything else. We're gonna save those attribute points for other categories. Onto the mid-range, we're gonna bump that up to an 84. And this right here is just for badge purposes, and then jump shot animations, so that we're able to get the best jump shot bases in the game for this build. And then for your 3-pointer, you wanna put that up to a 78. So we're not gonna be shooting mid-ranges, but we wanna have that up so we can get those badges and those requirements for jump shots. On this build, I really wouldn't recommend playing in the rec or the pro-am, so that's why the free throw's not up. But like I said, if you wouldn't play in different areas like that, if you wouldn't play rec and pro-am and be able to shoot those free throws, you can upgrade that free throw and lower other things. Once I finish the build and show you what the build looks like, you can change that you can change it up how you like. Onto the pass accuracy again. This build right here, I'm gonna leave the pass accuracy at a 75. I'm not gonna be throwing no crazy passes like that on this build, just because I don't see myself getting a rebound in a rec or pro-am and throwing the ball the length of a full court. If I'm in the park or whatever, all I'm doing is getting the ball to the guard, so I don't need to have my pass accuracy too high. And I also get break starter and dimer both silver with the 75 pass hack. And then for the other two categories, we're gonna leave those as is. Moving on to the defense, the offense rebound can't go higher than the defense rebound, so we're gonna max out offense rebound. Until we can get box out beast on gold, and then leave that how it is. Onto the defense rebound, we're gonna max out to a 94, so we can have that as high as possible. We're gonna put our block up to an 87. We're able to get chased down on gold. Anchor right now is on bronze, and pogo stick on gold. Onto the interior defense, we're gonna put that up till we get that anchor and workhorse both on silver, which you can see right here. When I go 72, I unlock both of those. And then for your steal and perimeter, you can kind of adjust this on what you feel like you need more. I'm gonna put my steal all the way up to an 85, just so I can get all the badges I need on silver. And then if you're playing in the park or stage, you may want to have your perimeter up a little bit more in case you get stuck on a guard. So I'm gonna put my perimeter up to an 88. I feel like this might be kind of OD for, I feel like this might be a little bit OD for a center, but you never know. You might get stuck on a guard. You might have to, do your thing. All right, now that we had this build pretty much maxed out, you still have attributes left over. And right here, this is where it just comes to personal preference and what you feel like you think you need. You can put the rest of this into your steal, your perimeter defense, interior, anything on defense you can put it into. You can go and put it into your vertical so you can get better animations, but you only go up a couple right there. And that raises your drive and dunk up as well. But it's really up to y'all. I'm gonna go to my pass accuracy and put that up to a 78. This gives me needle thread on bronze and a little bit of other badges. And then with the rest of it, I'm gonna go to interior defense and put it up to a 73 just to cap out to that 99. If you like this build, hit that like button. This is mainly for my park players, stage players. Maybe if you're playing in a rec, this build is for you. Now let's get into the next one. All right, back to the center position, but for the height, we're gonna go with 7'1", and I feel like 7'1" might be the sweet spot for centers in 2K24. Whether you're playing in the park or if you're playing fives, I feel like 7'1" is the height to go with. For your weight, you're gonna go with 249 pounds with the 7'11" wingspan. Okay, starting with the physicals again, we're gonna max out our speed, and it's gonna max out at a 60. And then for the acceleration, we're gonna leave it as is. Onto the strength, we're gonna put that all the way up to a 90 right here. Some people, adjust this a little bit lower. Some people max it out to a 90. It's really personal preference. I haven't seen anybody go under 84, and a lot of people have stated that strength might not matter as much as we think, but that is all personal preference in my opinion. Also want to max out my vertical or get it pretty high whenever I'm making a center build. On this build, our vertical goes up to a 79, helps with blocks, helps with rebounding, also helps with dunking, so you can never go wrong with having a high vertical. Onto the stamina, we're gonna max that out. I feel like on all my builds, I always max out stamina. There's no point not to. Stamina is so cheap and doesn't cost much, so max that up to a 97. Onto our finishing, for our standing dunk, we're gonna put that up to a 92, and that 92 standing dunk's gonna unlock a whole bunch of stuff for us. So as you can see, we get fast twitch gold, we get rise up on gold, aerial wizard, and precision dunker all on gold. That precision dunker right there is gonna help a lot when it comes to getting those meter dunks, which are super overpowered in this game. And if you want, you can go up to a 96 and get it on Hall of Fame, but for this build, we're gonna stay at a 92. For our driving dunk, we're gonna put that up to a 73, and this right here unlocks posterizer along with that precision dunker, so the meter dunks in the paint are gonna be super overpowered. And then for your driving leb and close shot, we're gonna leave those as is, along with your post control, leave that at a 30. On this build, we're gonna put our mid range up to a 76, and then we're gonna max out our 3-pointer up to a 74, and this is more than enough to shoot consistently in this game. And you're also able to unlock some decent jump shot bases so that it can help with that shooting as well. For your free throw, if you want, you can go high on this. I didn't go too high. I just put my free throw to a 71 so I can get free points on bronze. But like I said, you can raise it a little bit higher if you're really serious about playing fives, and that's like the main thing you play. You can bump that up so that you won't have a problem hitting those free throws. Onto pass accuracy, we're gonna put that all the way up to a 92, and this right here is where we get devious with this build. Break starter on Hall of Fame is super overpowered when you add it with dimer on gold. getting those rebounds and the fives, throwing it down court, even if you're in threes, throwing it down court, giving your teammates good catches so they're able to get those threes off. It's pretty overpowered. In this game, cherry picking or snowbirding, whatever you want to call it, getting out on the fast break is kind of meta, so you want to make sure you have a center that can make those passes. Moving on to the defense, we're going to put our offensive rebound up to a 92, and then we're going to leave our defense rebound at that 84. If you want, you can go a little bit higher and you can get Hall of Fame badges maxing out at 99, but right now I'm going to leave mine at a 92 so we can finish upgrading the rest of our defense. And then for our block, we're going to put that up to an 87. Right now we have Anchor on bronze, we have Pogo Stick gold, along with Chase Down on silver. Now we're on to the interior defense, and with that interior defense at a 72, we're able to unlock Anchor on silver, which is a very, very good badge. Wall up in the paint, put your hands up, you're able to get stops. For the steal, we're going to put that up to a 60. 60 steal is not super overpowered, but you do get interceptor on bronze, which will help out a little bit. It's not going to help out a lot, but it's going to help out a little bit, so we put it up. And then for perimeter, we're going to put that up to a 58, just so we have something right there. Now we have attributes left. We can upgrade our interior defense, so we can put that up until we get workhorse on gold, along with post lockdown on silver, or you can put it anywhere else. It's really personal preference on where you want to put it, but I'm going to put some of mine into interior defense. I'll also throw some into offensive rebound just for the rating. You don't really get anything, it just gives you a high rating for offensive rebound. I also will go up here and upgrade my mid-range up to a 79 just to get a little boost right there. And we upgraded our driving dunk, and then with our free throw up to a 72, that's going to max out the build at 99 overall. If you like this build, hit that like button for me, I really appreciate it. But let's get into build number 4 now. On to build number 4, everything's going to stay pretty much the same except for one thing. You're still going to be a center, your height's still going to be 7'1", you're going to be 249 pounds, except on this build we're going to drop that wingspan down from 7'11" to 7'9". Starting with the physicals, you want to max out your speed up to a 60, and you want to max out your acceleration. So this build right here is going to be pretty quick for its size. And then moving on to the strength, this right here is kind of debatable. Some people will go a bit lower, but we're going to put the strength up to a 92 on this build. And then your vertical, you always want to max that out. It helps with dunking, it helps with getting rebounds, helps with getting blocks. Anything you can think of as a center is going to help you with having that vertical as high as possible. And then for your stamina, we're going to max that up to a 97. It's super cheap, you can't go wrong. Like I said, put your stamina as high as possible. On to the standing dunk on this build, we're also going to go with a 92 standing dunk so we can get that precision dunker, along with fast switch, rise up, air wizard, all on bronze. If you meter dunk in the paint with this build, it's going to be super overpowered. Very, very glitchy thing. Meter dunking in this game is very glitchy, so take advantage of it and put that standing dunk up to a 92. Onto the shooting, this build right here will be a little bit better shooting build than the last one, just a little bit, just because you lowered the wingspan, so you're able to get different jump shot animations, you're able to get more badges, different things like that, little small changes. You get an 82 mid-range, which allows you to get better jump shot bases, like I said, better shooting badges, and then you can put your three-pointer up to a 76, which was a little bit higher than the last one. Onto the free throw. On this build, we're going to go with a 90 free throw. We're going to have a build with a lower free throw, and then I'm going to show you this build with a little bit higher free throw, which is at a 90. You get free points on gold. If you don't see yourself playing files, you can lower your free throw down until it affects your other shooting categories, so you can have it as low as possible. But for this build, we're going to go with a 90 free throw so that it's all around when it comes to fives. Onto the pass act. Again, you want to have this up to a 92. This right here unlocks break starter on Hall of Fame, gives you dimer gold, needle threader gold. Your guards will love you when you have that break starter on Hall of Fame. It will allow them to get great catches, great animations when they're shooting. It'll also give them a boost when you get that break starter and that dimer, and they're shooting threes on the fast break, so it's going to get them easy threes, give you easy assists. So it's kind of a win-win by having it that high. And then your ball handle, you're going to leave that at a 57, and your speed with ball at a 30. These two go up to 57 and 30 whenever you upgrade your pass act to a 92, so we're going to leave those as is. Onto the defense again, you want to put your offensive rebound up pretty high. We're going to put it up to a 93 offensive rebound, and then we're going to put our defensive rebound up to a 90. You really don't need your defensive rebound this high, but I'm just going to put it just because. Moving on to the block, we're going to bump that up to an 87, and this combined with your interior defense will allow you to get anchor on silver. So as you can see, put your interior defense up to a 72, anchor goes to silver. And so far, this right here is a solid defensive build, but you can go over to the steal, you can bump this up to a 60. Like I said, that 60 is going to give you interceptor on bronze. It's not super overpowered, but you know, you might as well throw it on if you can get it on bronze, and maybe it'll help you get some steals here and there. We're at 98 overall, we still have more to upgrade. If you want, you can go with perimeter defense and bump that up. I would say go up to about, you know, like a 50 or whatever, or if there's a badge you want to get, like you get off-ball pest. I don't see, you get off-ball pest, that may help on the pick and rolls. If you're dropping or if somebody's trying to cut, you can bump them, but I'm gonna put mine up to a 50 just so I can have something there and leave it at that. And you still have some left, you can put it wherever you want. I'm gonna throw some into interior defense, and now the only categories I can upgrade is perimeter, ball handling, and speed with ball. I'm gonna put the rest of mine to perimeter defense, and now we're at a 99. And this build, you know, it has it all. You can finish in the paint with the meter dunks, you can shoot consistently, you can pass the ball, you can play defense, the physicals look great. It's a very, very solid build. And if you like this build, hit that like button for me, but continue watching for this next build. On to our next build. It's gonna be our first 7-foot center build, and it's gonna be an inside at that. So position, we're gonna go with center, of course. Height is gonna be 7 foot, weight 253 pounds, and the wingspan and a 710. Starting with our physicals first, you're gonna max out your speed all the way up to a 66. We're gonna leave our acceleration at a 51 and then put our strength up to a 90 strength. So with that 90 strength, as you can see, brick wall goes up to gold, bulldozer silver, immovable enforcer gold, just right now with the strength at a 90. For vertical, I want to put this all the way up to an 82 vertical. I want to have it as high as possible. And then for your stamina, you want to max this out as usual. On all your builds, max out your stamina. There's no point not to. Moving on to our finishing, this build also gets a 92 standing dunk. So you're able to get those glitchy meter dunks. You're able to get precision dunker on gold, aerial wizard, rise up, and fast switch all on gold. For right now, we're not going to touch any of our shooting. We're going to come back to it. This is not going to be a shooting build. It's going to be a pure inside build, defensive, rebounding, finishing the paint type build. For your pass accuracy, again, we're going to go up to a 92 pass accuracy so we can get that break starter on Hall of Fame. Our point guards, our shooting guards, whoever may be shooting the ball in the fast break is going to love us because we're going to hit them on time. We're going to give them a little boost and to give them a good catch. And then for your rest of your playmaking, we're going to leave them as is, 57 ball handle with the 27 speed with ball. And on to our defense. For this build, we're going to go with the 99 offensive rebound. So this is going to be super glitchy. You're going to get crazy animations with a 99 offensive rebound, Hall of Fame rebound chaser. They want to leave our defense rebound at an 84. For our block, we're going to put that up to an 87 so we get that chase down gold, pogo gold, and you go to your interior defense and bump that up, and you get that interceptor also on silver. We're also going to go to the steel and bump that to a 60 so we can get interceptor on bronze. Again, it's not super overpowered, but it's good to just have. And right now, we're going to go back to our shooting and get my free throw. I'm going to bump it up to a 71. So if you want to go a little bit higher, you can. But I'm going to leave it at a 71 because I'm not super heavy in fives, but if I wanted to, I can go in and I can make my free throws. I skipped it, but also on this build, we're going to put our driving dunk up to an 80. We're at a 98 overall, and if you want, you can put it into finishing categories. You go to your playmaking, put it in pass accuracy, go to defense. I'm probably going to go to defense and, you know, put it anywhere I can. Perimeter defense is a little bit low. I might bump that up a little bit, up to like a 50. Interior defense, put that up to 77. I can put a little bit more into my perimeter as well. And then speed with ball, I'm going to throw the rest of it in there just because I only have one more. That's the only place I can put it. And that's the build. If you like this build, hit that like button, y'all. This build right here, it gets great finishing. The shooting isn't too crazy. It's an inside center, but you get that 71 free throw, so you can get free points. You get that 92 pass accuracy for break starter Hall of Fame, dimer gold, needle threader gold, make some great passes, relay passer, touch passer, going to the defense is solid. That 99 rebound is going to allow you to get crazy animations along with this 82 vertical. Your strength is up to a 90. Your speed isn't super high, but you're a little bit fast for a center compared to all the biggest centers you're going to be playing against. But hey, if you're tired of playing center and if you want to give guard a try, check out this video where I go over the top 5 guard builds in NBA 2K24.